This might be the most insane second half of a playoff game I have seen in a while. Let's talk about it. Big time drive here by Buffalo ended in a massive way, needing points on the board, down by 13. We got 2nd and 1. First thing we notice here is 7 yards of off coverage to the top side with Keon Coleman. Second thing we notice here is safeties playing to the strong side of the field. Third thing, and probably the most important thing we see about this play, is PS2 is also playing to the strong side of the field, which gives us a matchup that we like, plus the 7 yards of off coverage, quick little slant over the middle, get the ball out early. At the very least, you pick up the first down, and at the very most, you potentially give him a chance to make a play, right? Boom, catch the ball. First of all, barely catches it, has to double clutch it, makes the guy miss, outstretches into the end zone for a touchdown. Big time play. But watch what happens next. This was just the beginning, man. What a game. What happens is we get to a 3rd and 5 situation for Denver. Very next possession, right? There's still 5 minutes left to go in this third quarter. So what happens is Deon Walker is going to kind of drop back into a lane integrity QB spy type of situation where his eyes are directly on Bo Nix. Now, as Bo Nix is scanning the field, he goes from looking down the middle to following Evan Ingram on this little short, shallow cross over the middle. Now, as he looks at, right, Deon Walker is just reading the eyes, right? Jumps this thing, gets the interception, and gets a turnover. You go from being up by 13 with about, 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter to now, not down, but giving the Bills a possession within the 40-yard line, only down by 6. What a play here by Deon Walker, the rookie out of Kentucky. That's how you change a game. That's not the craziest thing, right? The Bills just got the ball. It's 2nd and 14 after a bad first play, and guess what happens? Well, the first thing we notice here about this, guys, is take a look at the defense, right? You see one safety playing tight, closer to the line of scrimmage. This guy's playing way far off. That is PJ Locke. Remember the name. So, as we are running this post down the field, you get a deep side dig. We're trying to get this guy to bite up. If he does ever so slightly, we create this one-on-one down the field with our guy. I believe it's Curtis. I can't even tell who it is. Don't even matter, because look at what Josh Allen does. He looks off to the left. He tries to bring Hufanga down. He does exactly that, because when the ball is out, you see this guy now lost leverage. So now you got a one-on-one. Realistically, we want the ball to be led over here, but he underthrows it just a little bit, and PJ Locke steals it right back. Not a 2 plays later. He gets an interception there. What a play by PJ Locke in this Broncos defense to save Bo Nix a really bad turnover. Alright, so here we go. Things get really interesting. Buffalo ends up getting the ball back. They're still down by 6. Early fourth quarter, we're going to get what we call an RPO, run pass option. Essentially, we can hand this ball off if we want to. If not, this is our only read. This little slant over the middle. It's got to be out very quickly. The read, the key defender is this linebacker and also this safety, right? If this guy takes one step forward or even is just frozen there, we throw this ball. If this guy takes a step back, we throw that ball, right? So essentially, you're going to see his eyes are here, kind of looking at him at both at the same time. We see him move to the middle. Boom, ball is out early. Now Shakir has one guy to beat. Makes a miss, and then he gets up the field for like a 40-yard pickup down the field. Great job. But then, take a look at what Josh Allen just did to give the Bills the lead. Okay, and then here's the play that gives them the lead early in the fourth quarter. Before we get into it, though, do me a big favor, guys. Hit the like button if possible. Helps out so much. Let's see if we get over 1,000 likes on this video, but also subscribe. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. We got you guys covered. So, what do we notice about this play, guys, right away? Man coverage, okay? So essentially, route concept wise, we're going to get a little stop route over the middle. We're going to get a deeper stop route here. We're going to get this slot fade to the back corner of the end zone. Also, another thing we notice is the safety. There's only one, and they're playing to the strong side of the formation, or I guess they're playing on the ball, okay? So, which is the right hash, which is the opposite side of Dalton Kincaid. Now, once we see, boom, this safety right here, turn his back away from the quarterback, which you see right there, barely. He now doesn't know when, if, or where that football is ever coming. So that ball has got to be high. It's kind of got to be over the shoulder. Allow your guy to go make a play in space. And look at this grab. Back shoulder. Only his guy can get it. And Kincaid comes away with a phenomenal touchdown to give them a 1-point lead with 13 minutes left to go in the ball game. This game has been unbelievable. I don't know why it's not loading, but they do end up kicking this field goal, taking a 4-point lead 27-23, 4 minutes left to go, and Denver gets the ball. After the field goal, right, the Bills are up by 4. Denver starts driving down the field. A couple of big-time plays here on first down. Nasty grab at the sideline for Courtland Sutton to give them a first down. I believe it was already on first down, but moves the chains, gives them a fresh set of downs. And that was Courtland Sutton's first catch of the day, okay? Watch the next one. Now this one, not a first down. 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11. We are going to get some vertical routes here down the field, down the field. This one's going to be getting behind the first level, second level, and then finding the zone. Earlier in the game, Courtland Sutton did that, didn't sit in the zone, and they ended up getting an incompletion, right? But on this attempt, we're going to run very similar down the field, get behind the second level, laser, look it, sits right in the hole of the defense and gets a big time first down here to move the chains and set them up in enemy territory. Again, only down by 4, touchdown could win. Really quickly, guys, do me a big time favor. Go check out Sleeper. If you want a chance to over 1,000 extra money, go check them out. Link will be in the description. If you use my promo code DUBS, they will match your first deposit up to $100. So if you put in 100, they'll give you 100 to use. If you put in 50, they'll give you 50. Go check it out. You could put some picks in. Let me know what you guys do. Let's keep going though. Look at this play, okay? 27-23, down by 4, 1 minute left to go in the ball game. Let me adjust the screen a little bit. They're going to get their tight end out in the flats. Once they see this strong side safety bite down and attach, we know it's man coverage. From there, we're getting a fade or slot fade, whatever you want to call it, to the pylon, right? We got man coverage, and it's Marvin Mims, okay? Marvin Mims got what? Speed, speed, speed. So as we see this guy pursue downhill, ever so slightly to get to that tight end, boom, we get this double move. I know you guys can barely see a little double move, boom, go, ball's led down the field to the pylon, dropped in a bucket, and Marvin Mims comes away with a touchdown to give the Broncos a 3-point lead with 55 seconds left to go in the game. Then they run a hook and ladder. Take a look at this play here as they get Khalil Shakir over the middle with 10 yards of off coverage versus PS2 on 2nd and 10, 30 seconds left to go in the game. We drop back. We get this ball out very quickly. Now, as that's happening, you're going to see the running back Ray Davis loop around. As we do that, right, we're getting everybody in this direction to the football as he loops around. A typical hook and ladder here, but guess what? Boom! Once Jahdae Barron, the rookie, over Commissioner Shakir, there goes Ray Davis up the sideline for a massive pickup and puts the Bills in field goal range. Unreal! Now, ultimately, the Bills drive all the way down the field, 55 seconds left, and tie the game up at 30 and send it to overtime, which is where things got even more wild. Broncos get ball first. Bo Nix on 3rd and 11 tries to find Courtland Sutton as he steps up in the pocket, throws an absolute dart over the middle of the field. You think he catches it, but it goes right through his arms. Incompletion. They punt, pin the Bills back within their own 5-yard line, and then on 3rd and short, look what Josh Allen does. 3rd and 5, drops back. We're looking at Dalton Kincaid, who's going to kind of cross over the middle of the field here, and we're just going to step up in the pocket, make some of these second-level defenders bite up from what they're doing, and Josh Allen finds him, layers it over the linebacker right into Dalton Kincaid, who catches through traffic as well. Great job. And then we had this play right here, man. This is unreal. First thing we notice is you see they're in cover 0 because these guys are kind of playing in a line. We're going to get this deep post down the field. Everything else is going to stay shallow. We're trying to create a one-on-one matchup here, and it looks like Brandon Cooks is his go-to guy. They're sending, a bunch of guys here, right? They're showing a ton of pressure. So as we drop back in the pocket, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys are basically getting to Josh Allen. He loads this thing up, throws it down the field, right? And looks like Brandon Cooks comes away with it, right? But as they're rolling to the ground, Jaquan McMillan never gives up on the football, rips it away last second, and it's a turnover going in the other direction for Denver. What ends up happening is the Broncos get the ball, right? And we get this slot fade from Courtland Sutton. Teron Johnson from the jump is holding his arm the entire time. We had a play right before this one. A shot play down the left sideline where Benford did not get called for PI, right? Next play, they do the same thing down the left sideline, but Teron Johnson never looks back for the football. He's holding, he's not looking, he's holding, he's making contact, and they call this a PI. I believe they also had a roughing the passer, right? So they called this. They're still out of field goal range, but then watch what happens next, man. Couldn't find a better angle of it, but throw it again down the field, loft this thing up in the air, and Tre'Davious White again doesn't look for the football, gets his hands, wraps him up around the hips, right before the ball gets there. Unfortunately, it's PI. You set him up first and goal, and then he gets like a delay of game as well for throwing his helmet into the ground, screaming at the refs. And they lose this game off PI calls. Definitely not the way the NFL wanted this one to end, but that's how it ends. They kick the field goal. They win the game here. Buffalo's done. Sean McDermott potentially out the door. Josh Allen. What happens, man? What a game, though.